Hello. Welcome to the presentation of Ladybug Daylilies 2021 Introductions. I'm Dan Hansen. Barefoot Beach. Like walking on the sand, this flower feels good. Soft melon with a darker ruffled edge on a shorter, well-branched scape. Just a touch of ribbing on the petal. Cherries and thorns. It's round, flat. Petal color is a cherry blossom pink with a wide, bold cherry red eye and a border edged in white thorns. Yellow throat. Distorted divine. Deeply carved, warm tone, rose red petals with pink recurved sepals. Bright yellow triangular throat. Knobby cream edge. It's one of the first to bloom in the garden every year. Drifting. Round, formal, pale purple, cream ruffled edge, dark band, and cream sepals. Yellow throat. Focused on the color blue, but I do not mind a bit of drifting. Geneva blueprint. Tall, roundish, notched, veined blue eye and thin edge with a yellow throat. I see Yoga Man and Tessa Ann in this flower and plant, but I just don't know. Probably the bluest eye of the 2021s. Trying to pay more attention to sepals. Approaching peak bloom in 2020. Gordian knot. Not a double. It has extreme ruffles in the throat, sculptural form, pinky veined lavender petals with a darker band and lighter cream sepals. As the ruffles collide in the center of this flower, gives the appearance of a double. What if you cross this to a double? Hanging on. Narrow red with a large white to pale yellow throat. Bitone, slightly pleated. All petaloids edged in big white teeth. Both parents are toothy, bitone, and pleated. Intense passion. Extra large, flat, round, ruffled rose red with white edging on all petaloids. Notched, glowing citron throat. Line breeding for size, form, and color. Just breathe. White to palish pink ruffled edge. Petals are pointy. Sepals recurved nicely. It's an open form, green heart, reminding us to just breathe. Ladybug piano keys. Simple open flat form. Ivory with veined blue eye and thin double edge like piano keys, and a yellow triangular throat. No veining on sepals. Loud whisper. Pleated tweener. Near white. Ruffled maroon border. And at times highlighted with a cream edge and no eye. Reverse bitone. Darker sepals are often edged and are flat. Outlier. Another pleated throat. It's amber with burgundy eye and precise edge. Petals are delicately ruffled, whereas the pleated throat has a large rolling ruffles. It's consistent and different. Painted velvet. A unique velvet, clear, dark purple with ruffled snow white knobby edge, small watermark, and a yellow to green center. Pamela J. Coward. The short-scape but large sparkling pink flower with creamy ruffled edge and green throat is named by Randy to honor his wife. This plant wants to be in the front of your bed because it blooms here for 4 months. Peaceful Conquest. Pleated yellow, complex-eyed, toothy, narrowish, large flower. In early season, petal color is yellow. Eye and edge and sepals all show color breaks and spiky teeth. Later season, petal color and pattern soften, but the teeth get serious. Phase change. Round, complex eye, bones and a violet thin edge, yellow throat. Variable triangular petal pattern usually starts with bleeding violet in the middle, pearl wings, finished with a veined notch blue field. Elongated sepals try to match the pattern. Red impression. Deep, bright red with darker tones in the wide ruffled border and a white serrated edge. Star-shaped yellow throat, slightly pleated, and it's an inconsistent cristae, which is white tip fins on the petaloids. chunky, pointy sepals. Rodney's Gold, extra large flower, thick, wide ruffles, gold self with narrow cup sepals. Not round, it's a classic form, and it opens well for its size and has hints at carving. Ruffled Goodness, round, flat, soft pink with wide, loping, yellowish ruffled edge. Border often highlighted by more color. Yellow throat to green heart. Blunt sepals, my favorite form and color. Could have called this 20 years of breeding. Starling, triangular, violet bitone with variable complex eye, slightly ruffled edge, and yellow to green throat. Star-shaped stacked bands of contrasting pearl and purple are common in the eye. Hardly ever is a complex eye the same, even on the same day. Probably the best plant of 2021. Steady Eddie, tall, round, peanut butter, grape jelly veined eye, and edge with large white teeth on the petals. Large to yellow-green throat. Could be late in some gardens. When this plant starts blooming, it can be one of the most consistent in the number of daily blooms and bloom appearance. PBJ, surrounded by angels. Narrow, extra large, pale lavender bitone, edged in large white spiky triangular teeth on all petaloids. Open form, slightly recurved, yellow throat. I truly believe I'm surrounded by angels. WINSOR Orange. It's round, extra large at 7 inches, flat, bitone, orange with blends of sunset and coral, red veining, and a lightness near the midrib. Cream edged, loping ruffles on the petals. Blunt cupped, paler sepals, yellow to green throat. Wrecking Ball, consistent full double, 3-layer edge, pale powdered sandstone, complex eye of blue, ringed in violet, and crossed with dark blue veins, matching edge with large white threatening teeth, yellow to green center. Thank you for watching. For more information, go to my website at ladybugdaylilies.com.